Entrepreneur. This is Mark Newsom, Mr. Marketing. Welcome to this special presentation entitled, So What Exactly Does Your Customer Service Skills, Good Old Burger King, and Internet Marketing Have to Do with Each Other Anyway? Is this not interesting? Ladies and gentlemen, the purpose of this video is to warn you about one of the most deadliest marketing mistakes that far too many otherwise savvy entrepreneurs such as yourself constantly seem to make over and over again. Entrepreneur, I'm about to introduce you to one of the internet's most fabulous and successful internet marketers, but he wasn't always this way. Take a look at this. This is Coach Ryan Lee, this gentleman right here with the smiling face. You can find him at ryanlee.com. And this guy's been featured all over the place on the internet. He was in a magazine recently called Millionaire. He's been featured in Yannick Silver's Moonlighting on the Internet. He's been featured in a book called Attention, How to Use Attention-Getting Online Marketing Strategies and Tactics. Here's why I'm introducing you to this guy. I call him Coach. Coach Ryan Lee admits to currently grossing a cool $1 million every month. That's right, 7 figures per month. Now, truth told, I don't know everything this gentleman's into. It's none of my business. But here's what I want you to know, because I can already hear some of the naysayers saying, yeah, well, so the guy claims he grosses $1 million a month. You don't know how this guy makes his money, Mark. No, that's true. But let me show you something that might put this to bed. Most of you are familiar with this company here, right? Zappos. You know, they sell shoes and they're a retailer and blah, 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 blah. Did you know this? That as of 2008, Zappos hit the 1 billion in annual sales. So that's like a little over 5 years ago. Now, why is this important and relevant? Because Coach Ryan Lee is one of their paid consultants. So, entrepreneur, I hope your ego isn't so big that you think a company as successful as Zappos would pay anybody to consult, and this man wasn't bringing something to the table. Hopefully your ego isn't that big, right? And I have another question for you naysayers. How many billion-dollar companies are you consulting with currently? Okay, so hopefully I think we put that to bed. Now, recently at Ryan's blog, he had written his blog post, and I was reading it, and something happened to me today that I'm going to show you in just a second, that I thought, you know what, rather than do what I was going to do a video about, I'll do that another time. I want to address this issue. He was doing a free online webinar, and it was about CPA networks and paying for traffic. And CPA, in case you don't know, is cost per action. It's a fancy way of saying there are some companies out there who, like, say, financial companies, a lead is worth a lot of money to them. So they will pay people like you and I to get somebody to fill out a form, and for every person that fills out the form, gives them the contact information, you and I get a commission. So it's called cost per action. Well, one of the people that was attending the webinar said, you know, after the webinar, he didn't like CPA networks because they didn't work. So Coach Ryan said he sent the guy some proof that, hey, this is what I've done to this point. You know, here's some of my students and other customers and consultant clients, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Well, the guy got back to him, and listen to what he basically said, and that's what I have the box up here. The guy basically hadn't done anything, but his beef was he just didn't like that type of marketing. Now listen what the Coach Ryan said underneath. He said, this is a big, big lesson. It's not about what you like. It's about what works for your customers. So entrepreneur, remember this. Successful marketing of any kind is about serving your customers and clients, not trying to dictate to them. And as it says here in the lower box, it says, I don't like watching 25-minute video sales letters, but they work. And that's the point. So let me show you this, ladies and gentlemen. This just came in today at 7:38, and this is from AWeber, and this is letting me know that I just got another subscriber, and I'm blanking out the person's name because it's irrelevant. You don't need to see the person's name. But, and notice right here it says here's a redirect, which means as soon as these people opt in, ladies and gentlemen, they're redirected to a monetization opportunity. In other words, I'm immediately trying to monetize this person. Whether or not they take advantage of it right then and there is irrelevant. But as soon as these people opt in, ladies and gentlemen, the entrepreneur, they're as hot as they're going to be. You got to hit them with some kind of offer. Now, don't make a ridiculous offer trying to get them into some $10,000 training program, but the point is you make some type of offer. And here's something else I want to show you. See where it says down here at the bottom, location? This is telling me that they came in on a blog post. So I'm going to go back to that blog post and make sure a couple of things, that I have some of my most responsive affiliate links that are relevant to that particular blog post in that blog post, because that means if these people came in there, somebody else will come in there in the future. But here's what I wanted to show you with this arrow. See where it says Max Blog Press? What that's telling me right off the rip, entrepreneur, that lead came in through my light box. And what they want you, oh, I don't like those light boxes, or I don't like those pop-ups. Entrepreneur, get out of your own way. This is not about what you and I personally prefer. Now, as I mentioned in the headline about Burger King, here's how Burger King's relevant. For those of you who know the story, Burger King was actually started after McDonald's. And at one point, ladies and gentlemen, you'd go into McDonald's and you order a hamburger, Big Mac, cheeseburger, quarter pounder, whatever you'd order, it had standard stuff it came with, lettuce, pickles, whatever. And some people, maybe they're allergic to pickles, maybe they don't like pickles, maybe they're allergic to tomatoes, etc., etc. They would ask if you not put that stuff on. Well, originally McDonald's wouldn't do it. Burger King came along and made it their slogan and said, hold the pickles, hold the lettuce, special orders don't upset us. So in other words, they took the feedback of people that were going to McDonald's and, hey, they don't like this. And we're going to make sure we give them the option of saying, hey, you don't have to have that. Which means, ladies and gentlemen, you and I are here to serve our target market, not try and dictate to them. So for those of you saying, I don't like this and I don't like, maybe you shouldn't be in business, because we're here to serve. So on that note, for those of you who want to discover how you're going to add an additional 25% more gross profit to your bottom line, entrepreneur, do so in the next 90 days or less without having to add any new customers or clients, then you definitely want to grab your free 9-page special report. Head over to youcanmarketonlinenow.com/sales, because that's where you get it. This is Mark Newsom, Mr. Marketing. We'll see you again next time on the Marketing Minute.